Hello everyone, welcome back to Indiana Kayak Fishing Journal. Today is March the 10th. We had a really long warming trend here. We've had 50s and 60s every single day for the last 5 days, and that's jump-started the spring steelhead run. So I actually took today as vacation day from work to come up here and try to target some steelhead, and it was just a ridiculous day of fishing. By far the best day of steelhead fishing I've ever had. I landed 7 fish and lost 4 more, so I went 7 for 11 today, which is just absolutely unbelievable. Before we get to the action, I'm going to show you some shots of the lamprey barrier. Just a few fish trying to jump the lamprey barrier today, not too much action. So I'm kind of wondering if all the spring fish are already in or if they're still yet to come. So I'll show you some of that and then we'll get into the fish. Oh shit. Oh, that's mud. That's all mud. There you go. Come upstream for me, bud. There you go. Oh, that's a nice fish. It's a big old female. Nice female. God, that's a big female. Oh, that's a big fish. Oh my gosh, that's a big old female. She's huge. Alright, come on. Come on. Come with me, babe. Let me get you unhooked. I feel like I got you hooked badly. No, you're just so freaking big. Don't go anywhere. Holy crap, that's a big ol' female. I'm gonna get you a quick shot of this steelhead. I'm not gonna take it out of the water for more than just a few seconds because I hooked it kind of bad. I'm trying to get it to release. But look at that beast. It's a really nice fish. Let's try to get it released. So after taking care of that first incredible fish, I walked upstream about 100 feet and I ran into this pod of 3 male steelhead. And these fish were really aggressive. They were chasing each other around and they ended up basically competing to be the most aggressive to eat my spinner. I ended up actually hooking all 3 of those fish over the course of the next 15 minutes or so. When I would hook one, I actually would take it downstream just to try to get it away from those fish so I would have a chance of catching those other fish without spooking them. It worked out beautifully. Like I said, I ended up hooking all 3 of those fish. Check it out. Jeez. Whoa. It's a nicer fish than I thought at first. Beautiful. A beautiful fish. There he is. Oh my god. That's the big one. Oh my god. He's huge. He's huge. He's absolutely enormous. That's the one I wanted right there. Oh my god, he's huge. And he's beautiful. Oh, that is an awesome fish there. Not even close to being tired yet. Jeez. That is a beast. Come on, come on. Don't do that. That is a beast. No! Are you kidding me? Oh God, no! Oh, damn it. I was really bummed to lose that fish because that was by far the biggest fish of the day. Probably a 15-pounder at least. I was trying to tire it out and give it some time before I tried to net it just because it was that big. And I was worried about getting it into my net. So bummed to lose that fish, but hey, that's what happens sometimes. Oh my God, I got another one. Oh my God. Super fired up today. Holy crap. So much smaller than your friend. Dang it. You're all wrapped up, aren't you? You are all wrapped up, fish. I can't freaking believe that. Got another beautiful little male here. Holy cow, this fish is really pretty. Got some beautiful colors. Let me see if I can hold him up. He's full of energy still. Oh, there he goes. Jeez. So after catching those 3 fish, I wasn't sure what to expect for the rest of the day. I didn't know if that was going to continue or if it was going to slow down. And honestly, it slowed down a little bit, but I still had chances here and there throughout the course of the rest of the day. Probably won't get another shot at that really big one today, at least. Just unfortunate. I had him on. Oh, there's one. Insane. This is just insane. There she is. All right, we'll get your release. Jeez, you're gonna fight me the whole freaking time. This little hen. Oh. No, lost my net somewhere. I lost my net somewhere. I gotta go back and look for it. It's gonna make landing her a little more difficult. Mostly because she's not real happy with me. She chopped that spinner though. It's another good female. Holy cow. Oh, no, how? No! Seriously? That fish was also a heartbreaker because it ended up being probably the second biggest fish that I hooked that day. So I ended up losing the 2 biggest fish that I hooked over the course of the day. Can't really explain why they came off. You know, when you're fighting a big fish for that amount of time, things happen. Sometimes its hooks just pull out. Yeah. Number 5. Come on, little guy. Come over here. Easy. Okay. You're a pretty little thing, aren't you? After catching that beautiful little fish, I ended up switching spots. I got back in the truck, drove a little ways, got back in the creek, and the spot that I drove to really didn't have a lot of fish. I ended up spotting about 4 fish in that area, and there was one fish that was right under this bridge, and I made a couple of casts to it, and it took the spinner. Don't do that. Don't do that, babe. That's a nice steelhead. Yeah. Big old steelhead. Spawned out female, baby. Yeah. Just an incredible day of steelhead fishing. I ended up going 7 for 11. Up to that point, the most steelhead that I'd ever landed in a day was 4, so I actually almost doubled that, and I had double-digit hookups on the day. So just an insane day of steelhead fishing, no matter what way you slice it. I'm going to leave you guys with just a couple of quick shots of the pierhead. So I walked out to the Michigan City pierhead after I was done steelhead fishing just to check it out. It was really, really windy out there. It was really wavy, but it was really neat looking. So I hope you guys enjoyed that footage. And before you go, I just wanted to say thank you guys for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate all you guys. It really means a lot to me. Hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one.